Hello everyone, I'm Mark Cook, CEO of Shiny Shoe. We are the creators of Monster Train. Today is November 19th, 2020. Had to look down. It's hard to keep track of what day it is these days, you know? Lockdowns. I feel like I haven't left this room. You've only seen me in this room. And as far as you know, I live in this room. And never leave. It's possible. Feels that way. It often does feel that way. But anywho, I am happy to be here to talk about more Monster Train stuff and continue our Covenant 25 run that folks in chat have been helping me attempt to win. All right, so last week I announced that we are going to be releasing a paid DLC sometime in the future. We haven't yet announced a release date. And I said it's going to be adding a new clan. And today we're going to reveal a little bit more about that, and I'm happy to take some questions on it. We're not going to reveal like everything about it, but I do have, I guess, the theme of the clan to announce, or what the clan is, as well as a tiny little hint as to what it's going to be like. I'm going to show a card. And I'm happy to answer, as always, any questions about the new content, about anything you want. There's some questions that came from various social channels that I'm going to answer in a minute. I've got a list, but I know more than anything, people want to see what's going on with this new content, with this new clan. So let's take a look. The new clan is going to be the Wormkin. So as predicted by some folks about what it is going to be, it was hinted at already in a previous update. We are adding a Wormkin clan. And here is an example of one of the cards in the clan. This is the Bogfly. +5 attack per. There's a new resource. There's a new icon. What is this? This is currently called a Charged Echo. Of course, everything's always subject to change, but +5 attack per Charged Echo. So it's a brand new type of mechanic that the Wormkin clan has that is specific and unique to that clan. We're not going to go into a ton of detail about how it works on this stream, but it is a brand new thing that is only available when you're playing that clan. You build it up. It powers a variety of things, essentially. So for the Bogfly's case, it gives them attack. It's a per room resource, so it's something that you build up in individual rooms within the train. Fly Penguin says +5 per piece of Halloween candy. It is, some people are calling it candy right now. It's definitely not going to be called candy in the actual game, but it does look like something delicious. Parmzira says cough drop. Yes. Thankfully, I've avoided getting a cold recently, probably by never leaving this room. So we'll see. But yeah, Charged Echoes. It's the new Wormkin kind of theme associated with their wormy clanny persona and look. Ambi Tank says, is this a starter card? I don't think so. No. So we're still changing. Like we're making changes. We're making a lot of gameplay changes right now. And there's a lot of stuff going on. So R42 says, how shiny is the shoe? Interesting question. It's actually very shiny. In fact, I could get it. It's in another room. I'm going to leave this up. You guys can think about what this new clan's going to do. I'm going to step away from the mic. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the shoe. All right, I'm back. I've got the shoe. Let's bounce over to that, and I'll answer more questions about Wormkin. So, all right, special treat. This is the original shiny shoe. It looks like a mirror ball. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but extremely shiny. You know, oh, there we go. Catch the light. Looking good. We decided to name the company Shiny Shoe because I used to wear these shoes all the time. I got these when I was living in Tokyo 12 years ago. Damn, I'm getting old. Sorry, that was loud. But yeah, that's the original shiny shoe. So you can see, it's a very shiny shoe. Are there uncharged echoes? No, but you can use them as a charge for certain things. So we'll see how that works, I'm sure, in some of the upcoming streams. They're a resource that can be spent as well. And DMRT2 says, please say we can summon the remains of the bog worm. Well, there's definitely some bog stuff going on for sure. So we are going to see more about how the Wormkin works and some of the other cards, units, champions. This is not a champion, obviously. This is like a, kind of one of the common, more weak cards, but could still be good if you play your hand right. Anyway, all right. Happy to jump back to this. Oh, wait, got one more question. Fly Penguin, any hints on new enemies to counter the Wormkin? There are going to be some new things with enemies in this DLC for sure. We're going to save it for next time. We'll talk more about it. There's not only is there a new clan, there's new enemy stuff going on. There are new gameplay systems that just don't exist at all in Monster Train that affect all clans. There's some of those are really cool and I think really change how you think about playing a run in fundamental ways, and really have like a huge kind of combinatorial explosion of possibilities. So I look forward to going into more detail on those as well. Maybe we'll talk about one of those next week, just to kind of give a tiny hint to it. We're adding a gameplay system called Unit Synthesis. So, or at least that's what the dev team's calling it. That may not be the final name in the game, but anyway, something to look forward to. It's there's like a substantial amount of change coming to the game. It's not just a new clan. It's a bunch of other new things, and I think we'll talk about these not today in any detail, but we are also adding more. What do I want to say? Somebody just asked, Blaziken3443, will there be more mutators and expert challenges? Yes. The answer to both of those is yes. We're adding more concealed caverns events. That's what I wanted to say. So, folks have been wanting to see more of those. We're definitely adding a number of those. So all runs, once you get the DLC, there's going to be a substantial amount of differences, not just the clan. Super excited to get more information out there. We're still not done. So some things are still like visually look kind of janky and aren't great in terms of presentation, but it's getting there. So we'll see. All right. EXP Tranquility. Are there going to be new cards coming out for the other clans too? Oh no! I'm frozen. Let's see if I can resurrect my camera. Its battery may be dead, sadly. I did not recharge it. Let's see if I can come back here. I'm back. Okay. Are there going to be new cards coming out for other clans too? Well, I wasn't planning on announcing that, but the answer is yes. So the DLC is also going to include new cards for existing clans, but we're not going to look at what any of those are, and we can save looking at that in more detail for a future stream. All right, feel free to keep sending over questions. There are two other questions from social media that I want to answer real quick. So one is, how are daily challenges and Hell Rush chosen? We got a complaint that they are always picking Umbra and Melting Remnant. So I can tell you the algorithm is incredibly simple and maybe is too simple, and it's just purely random. So it's pure random number generation, which sometimes to humans doesn't feel random because pure computer-generated random numbers can sometimes go on streaks. Whenever you see a streak, right, you sometimes feel like, well, this can't possibly be working. So in many game systems, often game designers feel, the need or pressure to not do true random kind of elements to it, but have kind of a random number distribution. So it may be the case that, for certain it's using pure random right now. It may be the case that it shouldn't be, to make sure that we have a better distribution of clans chosen for those things. So okay, we hear the suggestion basically, and we'll look into it and see if perhaps we think it would be improved by a slightly different algorithm. All right. Johnny Devo says, Mark will remain in the hand until played. That's like, no, I was going to say the Bone Dog, but no, Bone Dog doesn't work that way. That's permafrost. Permafrost works that way. It is getting colder. I'm feeling a little chilly, but it's a nice sunny day here today. Goodwill BBQ says, I am super happy with all the post-launch content. Well, thank you. One of the common criticisms I've seen is your guys' approach to balance. The reason I play Monster Train is because of the crazy amount of power the game lets you and expects you to have. It seems you guys have been trying to tone down the player's power spikes. Can you briefly describe how you go about needing cards and strategies? Nerfing, I guess, is what that question probably meant there. Well, we've definitely tried to keep a balance of nerfs and buffs. We use two primary kind of data sources for making decisions about these things, and we completely agree with what you said, Goodwill BBQ, that like the big power spikes, if your strategy that you might take a gamble on pays off, is like a big part of what's fun about Monster Train. So we're completely on board and agree with that. But yeah, the data sources we look at are, we have some like anonymous data collection about gameplay that just tells us things like how often are cards picked, how often do cards win, at all different covenant levels. So we kind of like look at this data to get a sense for primarily if there's like big outliers, like is something like really weak or something really strong. And so if we see that something is like very weak or like not picked, we'll sometimes redesign it or try to buff it. And if we think something is like just way too strong and taking away from like interesting decisions, sometimes we've pulled down the power of things as well. However, I'd say since launch, most of the nerfs landed in Wild Mutations, which was the first update back in June or something. Like feels like a lifetime ago. The last update, I'm pretty sure, mostly delivered buffs. There was like maybe one nerf. We also felt like we had some. There was the one interaction between the Melting Remnant and the Umbra where we felt like we were kind of pushed into a corner design-wise with the interaction between. What was it? The Death of Morsels and one of the triggers from Melting Remnant. I forget which one it was. I'm sorry, I'm going to get raked over the coals for forgetting the name. But basically, we felt like we could not tune around that at all, so we had to change how that worked. And I know that was disappointing to some folks because it was a fun interaction, but for the, I guess, longevity of the game and like better overall, what we feel is like more interesting decisions in the long term, we felt like we had to change that one. So philosophically, we're definitely not trying to like eliminate things that are fun or things that grant the player like interesting power spikes. We think those can be fun. We just think that they have to be not like so common that the decisions become uninteresting. Like we want those to feel like you get some like awesome payoff from having built up to it. But if it's like every time you can get it, it's a problem. So I hope that answers your question to a degree. All right, Shadow Marks with an X. You're adding content faster than I can make comics about them. Can you slow down a bit? Oh, you make Pirate Tales. Well, Pirate Tales is awesome, and thank you for putting me in Pirate Tales. I love that. I never specifically tried to find you and say thank you for that, but when was it? It was in Halloween, right? You put my face in one of the Pirate Tales comics, so we've definitely seen all of those. We share them amongst the dev team, so thank you very much for being a part of our community and for your awesome comics. Fly Penguin asks, are those run percent metrics public or API-able? Right now, no, they are not, but I feel like maybe they could be. We'll think about it. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that. So yeah, right now we just use it as a kind of game design tuning tool. And the other data source, just to tie off that conversation, is player feedback. So, I mean, we listen to what players are saying and we pay attention to what's going on, both amongst our private beta as well as people just playing the live game. Using the F8 key to send feedback to the dev team is definitely read by folks. It's read by all the game designers. So please continue to use that to tell us what you're thinking about various things. And we react to that. We think about it. There's like a couple of things that are on our mind still. The effect of silence, just to throw this one out there, is something that we're talking about a decent amount right now, especially on Seraph, the patient. There's a kind of silence is almost like a cheat code to win that battle, which we're not really happy about. So we're trying to think about what we might want to do about that in general. So I don't know. We don't have a solution yet, but we're considering it. Alternative Ending asks, is there a card you consider your favorite? Yes. I think in terms of art, I am really drawn to Mollusk Mage from the Stygian Guard. So visually, I really like that card. I have like different things I like about different cards. In terms of the animation on the card, I really like, what's it called? Can't remember the card name off the top of my head. It's the hook that, grabs the enemy and pulls him up into the pyro room. I love that card. I love how the animation looks on that one. I think it's like one of the more dramatic, like big animation happening in the card. So I like that element of that. In terms of just like what's my favorite card to use gameplay wise, I'd have to think a lot about that. There's a lot of cards that can be good depending on the context. I don't feel like I have like this much love for the card, but I find myself picking Glimmer every time it's offered nearly. So for whatever reason, I think it's good, even if it's not actually as good as I think it is in terms of its gameplay functionality, but it always seems good. It always seems like a good pickup. So I have a very personal, extremely high pick rate on Glimmer, I think. But visually, I like Glimmer, but it's definitely not my favorite visually. So different things about different cards that I like. All right. Amphid SF, will we ever be able to silence our own units? I don't know. Is there a good reason to want to? Incant triggers, or is there some other reason why you'd want to silence your own triggers? Let me know. All right. JK101, haha. Is there a release date and cost? Not yet. So, we have like some internal targets for that, but we have not fully committed to them. So I don't want to tell you something that's going to end up being wrong. So you'll hear it from me on one of these streams first before you hear it anywhere else. And then I'm sure we'll post it all over social media on the various channels, Discord, Reddit, Twitter, and so on. But yeah, right now, no release date yet, no cost yet. I mean, for cost, you should be able to basically get a decent guess. It's not going to cost more than the base game, right? So it'll be in line with expectations, I think. But for the release date, we're still trying to figure that out. Blaziken3443, any plans for Imp plushies? Not to my knowledge right now, but I would really like one. So, Genesee, who is our wonderful community manager at Good Shepherd, please help us get some plushies. She's watching right now, so hopefully Genesee can help us. Rage in the chat. Tell Genesee we need some plushies. Maybe she can help us make it happen. All right. There was one other existing question from social media that I feel like I've answered 10 times, but maybe we don't have a good capture of it, which is why, when I'm playing the game like this, why do I have 5 capacity above my head? And I don't even know what I said the last few times, but it was probably the same kind of thing. And I would say, you can't see my gut on stream, you can just see my head, so you don't know how big it is down there. And plus, with all of the COVID lockdowns and everything, I got nothing to do except sit around, play Monster Train, work on Monster Train, eat a bunch of food. So yeah, packed on some COVID weight here. So it's a representation of perhaps how I see my own size. Anywho. Yeah, 5 capacity, I don't know. It's just for fun, really. There's no real specific rhyme or reason to it. It could also be, I'm the CEO of the company. It's the big boss, the biggest. Just kidding. That's what I tell my daughter, but I don't know if I've convinced her of that yet either. All right. Any other questions before we go to playing this Covenant 25 run? Maybe we can get one more battle in to try to wrap up. This is just in the live game. This is the 3rd stream we've been playing this run. I'm sorry I'm so slow, but I have really enjoyed getting feedback from chat and trying to work through the math and think about every last decision like I would normally do if I was trying to play, except I have now the benefit when we do it on stream of the advice of folks in chat who are better at the game than me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing that. But if there's any other questions, I'll hold just for a second to try to answer those. And then we're going to go and play the game. All right, Jokeus, any plans to make mods be able to be playable in custom challenges so I can play mods with friends? Right now, for non-cosmetic mods, the answer is no, unfortunately. I think it would be awesome if we could support that. There's just so many things going on right now that the priority of that feels lower to us than other things, sadly. You know, we only have so many humans working on the game, and there's only so many things we can do at the same time. So the biggest thing that's taking most of our attention is working on this new big DLC pack. So I don't know. I can't promise one way or the other right now. I think it would be cool if you could do things like use the Arcadian clan in some kind of challenge and play with friends. So, or other mods that are non-cosmetic. So I would like to support that. I hope we can one day. All right. Human Jboof, Mark plushie. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I need. Johnny Devo, is Mark implying that COVID makes him eat more morsels? Blaziken3443, is this new clan in any inspired by the new clan mod that had a mechanic you add to specific floors? He means Arcadian. No. And my camera froze again. No. Oh, I'm back. Hi. No. So I think the Arcadian clan has a bunch of cool ideas in it, and a number of us on the dev team have played it. I've played it. And I think some of the things that went into Arcadian that Chronometrics put into it were things that we had been discussing as like possibilities. So he definitely like stole some of the potential ideas, so to speak. You know, I don't feel like any ill will whatsoever. We're like super happy that he made that awesome clan mod. But like, yeah, one of the things that I had been pitching to the rest of the developers on the team for a while was like the kind of idea of this room like teleporting units around between rooms, which essentially exists in the Arcadian clan. So that was like an untapped thing in the design space that we didn't have in the base game. We are not putting that into the Wormkin clan. At least I don't think so. I'm 99% sure we're not putting that mechanic in there. So yeah, I'd say that no, like we've been working on this new clan for a while as well. So I think it started, the kind of the game mechanics had started before I think most of us had even played Arcadian. So anyway, Arcadian clan is awesome though. If you haven't played it, check out our mod support and fire it up. Highly recommended. It's a totally like different way to play Monster Train. It's really cool. Okay, let's play the game. And questions happy to continue, happy to answer more. Fly Penguin, are there any changes that carry? That maybe not the entire question. So let's see what else comes up. Or I don't know what you mean. All right, we've got the old game here. Let's take a look. Are there any changes that carry over from the base game for those who don't have the DLC? Well, any change we make to the base game, like tuning-wise, that doesn't require the DLC, all players will get. So we are making some base game tuning changes. Right now, one that's being tested that we think we're going to roll out is basically a buff to the cultivating sentient champion path. It's a rework, and we think it's a buff and make it more attractive in more situations. So that was one of the champion upgrades, or I think it was the #1 least picked champion upgrade. Maybe mixing #1 and least is not the right way to say it. It's the least picked champion upgrade path. So we have done a rework that actually adds a new keyword. So that is going to be just patched in for all players. So you don't need to buy the DLC to get access to base game changes like that. All right, so let's recap just for context. Let's try to get through Battle 7. I've got 34 more minutes on the stream-ish. We're playing Awoken and Melting Remnant. We're on Covenant 25. We are on the 7th Ring of Hell. We had already picked our rewards, so that's good. Speed us up a little bit. We're just going straight into battle. Looks like we took the Trial. So enemies have Spell Shield 2. I remember doing that because we don't care about Spell Shield because we have almost no direct damage in this deck. We had just picked up Split Anvil. And we had talked about what cards to upgrade with Ember Reduction, but yep, so we've got Split Anvil. Seems like it'll be key or very important to keep in mind as we're deciding what order to cast our spells in, which I'm notorious for like flubbing, so I'll try to think about it deeply to make sure we get good use out of that. We've got Light of Seraph and Herzl's Compound, Combustible Wax. That hasn't really had much of an impact, I don't think. Encased Ember, small impact. Winged Indulgence. All right. We lost capacity on the top floor. Let's look at our deck real quick. We've got Bone Dog. We've got Wildington. I'm just going to keep rubbing that in to the folks that on the dev team that think it should be pronounced differently. We've got Wildington. Take that, Redbeard. Quick, multi-strike 1 sweep with Root. That was something we just picked up before this battle, was the, I believe, I'm completely going insane. Yeah, we just picked that up. So we took the Root upgrade. So we'll see how that pans out for us. Our previous wins have been almost completely all about casting Razor Sharp Edge as much as possible on Wildington. So let's see. We also just picked up Cycle of Life and we Emberstoned it twice. Because we are using Razor Sharp Edge, we keep lowering his health over and over and over, so this kind of mitigates that to a degree. So we'll see if that comes in handy. Our holdover Engulfed in Smoke has been awesome. Our holdover Free and Graft has also been awesome. Molten Encasement has been meh, kind of giving us a little bit. So we're all about Shattered Shell and Wildington. So alright, here we go. We've got the Winged Conduit battle here, so they're giving multi-strike to these other guys. And what do we have in hand? We've got Dripfall. We can stun the Gilded Wing here. Do we want to play these guys? Key question, of course, beginning of any battle. Where do we want to play our main floor? Our main floor has been Wildington and Shattered Shell, so where are we going? We're going to go... I think I mean, unless there's a really compelling reason, we probably shouldn't go here since we already lost the capacity. And because of that lost capacity, we can't play Molten Encasement into the room, so... I think, of course, the big risk of playing right here right now is we're not really, like, buffed and stronger yet, so... Shattered Shell would definitely get a kill on Winged Conduit, which is good. But we're going to be keeping these guys down here, and we don't really have that much damage, and this guy's health pool is insane right now. We can avoid all damage, though, on the first round, but we will root them. Winged Conduit will be dead. Gilded Wing will get rooted, though, so let's see. Yeah, Holdover Smoke with Split Anvil is pretty damn awesome. I agree with that, Melt Cat Amy. So we should be getting a lot of free spell casts. Amphid SF says play on top. We've got, okay, it's a wide variety of suggestions. Cricket middle. Definitely don't go bottom. All right, well, let's go middle. I'm going with middle. Going with my gut on this. We'll see if I'm wrong. And Amphid SF and anyone else who said top is right. So this has been the strategy that we've gone with is Wildington in back, Shattered Shell in front. I guess we could just cast Focus Growth and everything else will be free, right? So let's do that. Yay! Thank you, Split Anvil. Who should we Cycle of Life? I don't think the spikes, like, I don't know. Maybe we should just start putting it on Shattered Shell. I was kind of torn because we end up with a very beefy Wildington but no health. So I wonder if we should start trying to mitigate that immediately, or if we should just try to get Shattered Shell to be nice and buffed up. All right. Yeah, I mean, the spikes damage probably won't add up to be anything super meaningful, I doubt. And I guess we Dripfall Gilded Wing twice so that he's still dazed when he climbs. Alright, well, let's see what happens with this decision. So, alright, I'm going with that. I don't want to take too long. I definitely like all the advice, but definitely want to try to finish this battle in time. Alright. Can we kill this guy? What can we do here? We can't trigger Split Anvil. I'm trying to check for that every turn, so we have no way to trigger that this turn. So we should probably Razor Sharp Wildington, since that's, you know, you get extra utility since he's got multi-strike. Yep. Snaring the Collector sounds good. And then we can kill him with Wickless Tycoon, right? We will lose. We don't care about casting Primitive Mold, so that seems good. I'm going to start Razor Sharpening Edging Wildington. We did that many times every single other game we've done that, and it has been our go-to strategy for actually killing the boss. So what do we got here? We're not taking any damage, so that's good. Woo, boy. Interesting. We got to be careful, like, with the rooting. This is like a rare interaction, and we sometimes get bug reports on this, even though it's intended. If we end up with 7 enemies in the same room, when these guys climb, even if they don't have haste, they will skip the middle room and go to the top. So that'll be interesting to see if that ends up happening or not. Okay, we've got our Engulfed in Smoke, which after we cast that, I think it looks like our entire hand is going to be free. Smoke it up. Yep, blaze it, baby. Here we go. That feels very good. Okay, seems obvious. We are razor sharp edging there. We've got only 5 damage on him now. Do we care about Remnant Pacting anybody at this point? Might as well, I don't know, might as well Shattered Shell. We're never gonna die, right? We've got Engulfed and Smoked Holdover. Do we care? Just cast it to get it out of the hand? All right, I'm just gonna do it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'll go for Endless on Wildington. Okay. This we can't get any value of anyway, so all right, let's go. Thank you, Bone Dog. That was delicious right there. All right, let's blaze it again. And we've got Engraft on top of that. Oop, let's get this value. Spell Shield. Ah, lame. All right. Just gonna keep buffing our bro here. Let's throw Encasement in there. Come on. Let's get him killed. That'll work. Glimmer is just garbage, basically, I think, this battle. We should just cast it to get rid of it because of the Spell Shield trial and the fact we're probably not really going to be taking much damage. Same with Train Steward, just kill him. Let's do it on top. Could. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's just get rid of that. All right, there we go. What do we want to do here? Okay, we got plenty of Ember here, but of course we still want to smoke it up. Dripfall the Baron, that's a good idea. Whoop! There we go. You know what I should have done? That was a misfire a little bit. I should have primitive molded first and brought back Molten Encasement and then Dripfalled the Baron. So, slight misplay there. I don't think... Do we even care about reforming him now? We can't... yeah, we probably don't. I don't think we can make any use out of that guy now. So, definitely should have done that. That was a bit of a misfire. Let's heal him up. All right. Okay. Well, there's nothing to decide here, right? Immediately smoke. All cards free. Juicy. If we root this guy, he's going to get killed by the boss, so let's do that. Suck it. All right. What else can we do here? I could have healed the Wickless Tycoon. That was a mistake. I mean, this is feeling pretty good here. We Cycle of Life. We care way more about Wildington surviving. What's he got? He's gonna have 5 attack. All right, let's do that. Do we want to drip fall anybody? No, I don't think so. I mean, I guess what the hell is? No, there's no reason to reform that guy. He's just gonna get killed by burnout. Rip -5 gold. He was going to be swept anyways. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. You guys are right. We have quick. That's what I forgot there. And chaos for a 1/1 wanted cycle on Shattered Shell. Sorry, I put it on Wild and Tin. We'll see how it goes. All right, whatever. Let's see what happens. I'm feeling pretty good. I just like to see the boss kill enemies. I think it's funny. So, all right, we're golden. What are we going to do here? Blaze it. Here, I'll give him one this time. You gotta be careful about casting these cards like this, you know? I've made that mistake so many times. You think you're gonna win, you see the red X, and you start casting cards because it's fun to cast cards. And then preview ends up telling you you are now dead. That is a very dangerous thing that I've run into myself, and always feels bad, man, when that happens. All right, good win, good win. Okay, that went quick. We can play the final battle. All right, we got the extra gold, swimming in gold. I don't think we take any of these. Skip, right? What do you guys think? I mean, we definitely got nice utility out of Ensnare, but I don't know if we need another one. All right, let's skip. Whew. I mean, we don't need another Engulfed in Smoke. We're not going to get a free cast out of Split Anvil because it's got the same Ember cost as our existing one, so probably no real reason to take another one, I'm guessing. Yeah, we're not going to be able to cast this. We might be able to cast it sometimes. Once we get Engraft going too, we might be able to get 4 stealths per turn. But yeah, I think I'm... I feel like I'm leaning towards skip. I think the risk is, though, that with Seraph, that we will have... well, also, we've got Diligent, too, so we need some stuff to burn. Yes, I agree. Rising Dusk, a drained. Being able to reduce the cost to 1 would be great. So let's take a look at the map here. So Hellvent, we could reduce it and then dupe it. And then we're just going ham on smoke there. That might even be too much. I don't know. Yeah, there's no reason to go to the Merchant of Steel. I don't think we need to purge that badly, so I'm pretty sure we're going to the Merchant of Magic here, right? That's making strong sense to me. I don't really see a reason. We got plenty of... Well, I mean, a little bit of gold's fine, but yeah. No such thing as too much smoke. All right, let's go for it. I like the idea of trying to get more value out of it. We're really packing our damage all into one room here. Yep, it gives us fodder for Diligent. Definitely true. Okay, let's take a look at our merchants before we do anything. Okay, there's our Emberstone. Surge Stone, I don't really care about, I don't think. Remove Consume. Do we have anything we care about doing that on? I'm pretty sure we already decided the answer to that is no. Yeah. Okay, let's just think about those. Got our Hellvent there. Let's look at this other merchant. Trinkets, what do we get? Thorn Fruit, we definitely don't want Sting junking up our deck, I'm pretty sure here. I mean, yeah, that doesn't feel right to me. Wing Steel. Wing Steel, always good. Does Remove Consume still give immunity to Seraph Consume? Oh, actually, Thorn Fruit, what am I saying? Thorn Fruit completely mitigates Diligent, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, for that aspect. I swear I caught that before I saw what you guys said in the chat. I swear. You're just going to have to trust me on that. You can feel free to not trust me, and that's fine too. I've probably been wrong enough times that you shouldn't trust too many things that I say. Just kidding. I'm a very honest person. But yes, Thorn Fruit is looking awesome for Diligent. Whoop. There we go. All right, Wing Steel is also super awesome. Yes, Gaffy McBent. That was just to see if you guys were paying attention. I saw that right away. Advanced Prototype, we don't care. Wing Steel is just a nice to have, I think. All right, let's go back over here. We definitely want to drop the cost. I mean, we don't definitely want to, but it's nice to drop the cost of one of these cards. I think Engulfed in Smoke is the one I'd want to do, so let's go with that strategy. Let's play that out. All right, what do we want to do? Alternative ending. Pog up the Steward. We've got, what, 1 in the deck? Yeah, let's pog up that Steward. I like that. I got to use that more. Pog up. We got to pog up some stuff here. All right, what do we want to do? Do we want to purge, or what should we do here? Should we just buy... should we pog up the Steward, or should we wing steal here? Cost down on the holdover smoke and dupe it. Yeah, that's true. We probably should have done that. We didn't do that. I've already bought that. We could re-roll and hope for it, which we will probably get. It's probably smarter than pogging up the Steward. I do like the enthusiasm of alternative ending, though. So we could re-roll, get Emberstone onto Engulfed in Smoke, and then duplicate that one. All right, we've got enough gold, so let's do that. Okay, there's the Emberstone. We're not going to get Anvil anymore off that, but I guess it doesn't matter because everything else is free and we're drawing insane cards. Do we care? No? All right, let's just do it. Let's blaze. Let's blaze it up. So if we have enough gold still to pog up, let's pog up, though. All right, we'll duplicate that. Yep, looks like we do. All right, we're pogging it. Boom! Pog that Steward. If we lose this run over that choice, I'm blaming you. Alternative ending. I think we're going to be good, but... we'll see if pogging up costs us or not. All right, we lost our capacity in the first floor. Whoop! There we go. There goes Diligence problem. Yeah, his name is Alternative Ending. His name was telling me. It should have told me. We should not have done that. All right, should we build middle or top? Might as well go top. I don't know. If we go top, we can't bump Wickless Tycoon into the room, though. That's the only downside I'm seeing right now. Also, this guy, Purifier, is going to be annoying here. Need to kill the backlines ASAP. A lot of folks... Yeah, well, wide spectrum of ideas. Getting rid of the Purifiers is definitely good. With 5 capacity, can we fit our 2 main dudes in there? We can. We've got tons of smoke. It's probably okay to play bottom, I think. We've already got a smoke in hand, so we're not going to take any damage. We'll kill these guys. He's got quick anyway, like you said. Alright, doesn't matter just for the card draw. Oh. Okay, yep, we're gonna do this. Do. Alright, we'll just throw this guy up there. There you go, enjoy that. Stealth, get rid of this. Okay, see what happens. Cast our Sting first, always. Looking good. Cast our Shattered Shell. We're just... got an extra Ember. Just don't draw 10 cards per turn. Okay. Let's smoke. Smoke again. Why not? We got to play PogChamp right here. Let's pog him up right there. Boom! Look at that Steward. Glad we bought Advanced Prototype. That's going to be key to this run. Poor little guy. Oh, we got to watch out for card draw, though, right? All right. Let's get Molten Encasement out of our hand, right? Do we care about that? Okay. Let's get rid of them. We already have 8 cards next turn, so let's be careful. Let's listen to what Amphid SF said. We can draw 9 cards, that's alright. Woo! Getting dangerously close here. Okay. Let's stealth. Let's stealth again. I'm gonna protect Wildington. We've already got 8 cards drawing. I guess we could have dumped Primitive Mold. We don't really care about that. I'm just gonna cast this, so alright. I guess doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll get some more points though by not taking damage. It is definitely feeling good right now. We did take some damage here. Okay, do we not want to cast Focus Growth? We're going to get 10 card draw if we do. Yeah, I know that adding health protects both of them, but I think in the end, Wildington's going to be dealing so much more damage than Shattered Shell by the time we enter Relentless that, at least that has been historically true on this run, that if he gets 1 extra round of combat, that's worth more. You know, I don't know. It's just like, it just depends on how the math exactly works out with how much damage Seraph is dealing. So I hear that. Dripfall. Ah, yes. Alternative ending. You're right. I should have brought the PogChamp down. What was I thinking? Yeah, that's probably right here. All right. I'm going to take some damage again here. All right, what do we want to do? We want to keep smoking, because that's what's going to get us our damage on Seraph. Do we want to do anything else here? We could either Glimmer or Remnant Pact. Good Remnant Pact, Wildington. Yeah. Chaos. 4A11. Chaos IE? I don't know. I can't read Leet speak anymore. Got too old. Get rid of Remnant Pact. All right. Okay. 2 people said it, so I did it. We're just gonna take one of these damages, right? I mean, it's all right. It's fine. Who cares? We're also got Bone Dog. He's gonna heal us. So, all right. Should we Glimmer to get the healing? Just now? Just get rid of it? I think it's our only way to heal without drawing more cards. Still worried about drawing too many cards and not getting our holdovers or something. We could Glimmer in mid, or... Sure. I feel like I want more health on this guy, though. I'm doing it here. See what happens with that. I could root him. We'll go up to 9, which is probably fine, but whatever. Let's move on. I'm feeling good. We got the PogChamp up here. He's gonna clean shit up. Oh, excuse me. Bad language for the stream, but come on. We could Razor Sharp PogChamp. It's always an option. Let's not do that, though. All right. I love that PogChamp, but, you know, just got to be careful here. Okay, we've got a ridiculous amount of smoke here. Just got to keep smoking. Train steward's doing work. That's right. We're going to get a little damage on Seraph there, too. Alright, we're just going to take that damage. Keep razors on Wellington. I agree. It's feeling good. Alright, here we go. Oh! We haven't won yet, but it's close. And we've got a bunch of other shiz we can cast here. Whoop! 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 Yeah. Okay, I should stop casting. Here, I'll cast one on the front. Okay, let's just end turn. Family unfriendly treat about hell trains, exactly. Enemies are not allowed to leave the vape room. Yeah, I like that. What was happening there? The Xbox Series X came out and people were blowing vape smoke into it, and Microsoft had to put out a tweet saying not to do that. I don't vape, but I would, just to celebrate this run. I would rip a fat cloud for this run, so let's do it. Thank you, PogChamp. He took out up there, he took out one of Seraph's summoned enemies. We pogged it up. It worked out in the end. Covenant 25 run. Under the belt. Mwah. Chef kiss. Thank you, all backseat drivers. I appreciate it. It was fun. It was fun playing this run with you. 3-turn boss. I can't speak. Boss rush. Oh yeah, restoring hell. Tons of puns, ass. Oh, I beat the game for the first time. Let's see. This shows automatically. Oh yeah, there I am. All right, I've seen enough. I've seen myself. Credits over. Just kidding. The team who worked on this game did amazing work. I should probably just play the credits and let it run just to, I don't know. I really appreciate and love all the people I work with, so I'm just joking when I do stupid stuff like that. The team did all the hard work. I just play runs on Twitch. That's all I do. Unlocked expert challenges. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, look at this mastery frame. Mastered some cards, including Bone Dog. That's how we knew we had won immediately when we got Bone Dog, or we knew we had to win. All right. Prospects for an eventual Switch release. Oh yeah, here we go. Mastering it up. I don't know. I can't announce that right now. I want to bring the game to Switch. I think I've said that before, so I hope it will come to the Switch soon. But that's not a promise, and there's no date or anything like that, so we'll see. But I think it would be a good candidate for the Switch platform, so I'm hopeful that we can come to Switch someday. Anyway, so, yep, there we have it. Thank you for helping on the run. That was fun. And now I can say I have a legit completed run on Covenant 25 on the live game. No cheats, no nothing. I guess you could argue it wasn't legit because I got help from all of you lovely people in chat. Someone did tell me, I think it was Genesee, that there were some trolls in our Discord saying that the developers of Monster Train are bullshit. I think because I streamed and said I hadn't won a legit Covenant 25 run, because normally when we're developing the game, we use cheats all the time to test out the game, so I just hadn't done it. And so this one's for you, trolls. We did it. That's going to come back to haunt me. I'm predicting that right now. Moderators in Discord, I'm sorry. All right, any last questions? Any last questions before we move on, I guess, to the end of the stream? So yeah, we talked a little bit about, let's jump back. Where is it? There it is. The Wormkin clan coming in our next DLC. This is going to be a paid DLC. The first one, all previous content had been free. It's a brand new clan. There's going to be a ton of other features. We'll start revealing more of them on the coming streams. The Bogfly is a common card in the new clan. It uses Charged Echoes, which is the delicious candy cough drop resource looking thing there. That's at least what it's called for now. Alternative ending says, I mean, having such a powerful train steward might as well be cheating. Yes, that is true. We did pog him up. We pogged him up. So, I mean, what could the enemies do with a pogged up train steward? They were helpless. Fly Penguin says, why is there only one chute? I'm surprised that question has not been asked earlier. The reason is not fantastic, but it is what it is. So many years ago, when I started the company, it's 9 years ago now, at the time I thought that in terms of making a logo, one shoe, which our original logo just had a big shoe, which we changed years ago, and who knows, maybe we'll change our logo again. But that original logo just had one shoe, and I thought that that was more iconic and brandable, but it is kind of weird, and people say our company name is Shiny Shoes all the time, so we opened ourselves up to that. I would have loved, honestly, I probably would have just named the company Shiny had that not already been taken by a game company many years ago in the 90s, I want to say. I don't know who owns that name at this point, but anyway, I do love, it's a weird name. Shiny Shoe is a weird name, but I do love it. It's near and dear to my heart. I showed the shoe on this stream. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure we'll put out a clip on social media that shows the shoe, the original Shiny Shoe from Tokyo. All right, moving on. So, Groltaj 111000. Do you have the name for the new DLC yet? No. We're still talking about it. We have a number of options we are considering, but the name also, as of right now, hints at some of the other big features that we haven't talked about yet. So yeah, can't reveal that just yet, and we're still trying to decide exactly what we want to lock in, but you'll hear it here first on this stream as to what the name of the DLC is going to be as we talk about more of the new features that are coming. All right. Last question. It's not a question. Winged Orpheus, Monster Train, Plagues, and Cough Drops. Mwah! Chef kiss. That's what we're calling it. You've heard it here first, folks. Tyvendal, no release date for the DLC. No release date yet. So I'll announce that here. Name, release date, price, all that stuff. It's all coming, but we don't have that today for you yet. Should be coming soon. Probably not too far away for the announcement of that information. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you, everybody. It was a fun stream. We finally finished our Covenant 25 run. It only took 3 hours or so. Playing it as slow as humanly possible, but we did it. Thank you all for your help, and yeah, see you next week. Bye for now.